you'll notice, for example, that this particular muscle right here is running up and it's coming to the dorsal side of the wrist, of the carpal area, where the one right next to it runs up and it goes to the ventral side of the carpal area. Well, they're both very similar in name and where they're located, but they have opposite functions that go along with it. So this one that's more along on the posterior side right here, this is going to cause extension of the wrist, and it's at the ulnar side here. So this is where your skeletal system is going to come important play here. So this muscle, because it extends the wrist on the ulnar side, its name is referred to as the extensor carpi ulnaris. The one right next to it, because it's on the anterior side of the wrist, this is going to be the flexor carpi ulnaris. So if you don't look at to see where those are extending to and where they're attaching and originating and inserting, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So always look at the whole length of the muscle and see where it's going. Now in terms of origins, insertions, and actions, what's the difference between an origin and an insertion?
The origin is where it begins, or where, and then the insertion is where it ends.
So the origin's where it begins and the insertion is where it ends. How do you know which one's which?
You study.
Well, there's kind of an easy way to figure it out. So let's take your biceps brachii, for example. It's kind of split down the middle. This is a muscle that has two different origins, one insertion. So it's going to kind of split as we go up this way. The origin is the position that remains fixed during action of the muscle. The insertion then typically moves toward the origin. So when you're looking at the biceps brachii, we have a long head on the lateral side that comes up, the tendon goes through that intertubercular groove, and it comes back around and it inserts on the superior edge of the glenoid cavity. So it comes up all the way around this way. It's referred to as a long head because that tendon actually goes a further distance and makes the overall length of this muscle longer than the short head, which just goes to the coracoid process. When you flex your biceps brachii, when that muscle contracts and you have flexion at the elbow, these positions do not move. The tendon slides a little bit, but for the most part, that structure stays stable. And where it inserts, which is down on your radial tuberosity, that position is what moves toward the origin. So when a muscle is undergoing whatever action it does, whatever part of it is moving is the insertion, and the part that remains stable is the origin that goes with that.